Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, tense, or like your brain is juggling a million tabs at once, this episode is for you.
That's right. Today, we're diving into stress. The word alone makes some people tense up, right? But here's the twist. Stress isn't always the bad guy. In fact, it can actually be a secret source of strength if we know how to handle it.
So grab your coffee, tea, or water, settle in, and let's talk about how to stop letting stress run your life and start turning that pressure into power.
And stay until the end. We've got a challenge for you that can actually change the way you experience stress in just 1 week. Let me start with a confession. A few years ago, I was working a job where every day felt like a sprint. Emails piled up, deadlines stacked higher than my laundry, and I was constantly on edge. I thought I was being productive, but really, I was burned out, irritable, and exhausted.
Been there. I used to think stress meant I was failing. Like if I was stressed, I just wasn't strong enough to handle life. But then one day I had this shift. I realized stress is like an alarm system. It's my body saying, hey, something needs your attention. That's not weakness, that's wisdom.
Exactly. Stress isn't the villain, it's a messenger. The problem is when we ignore it or let it pile up without giving ourselves tools to process it.
And you know what? Sometimes stress even shows up in sneaky ways, like snapping at people you love, or not being able to focus, or even headaches. It's not always obvious. That's why we need awareness first.
Let's geek out for a second. When you feel stressed, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart rate goes up, your muscles tense, your brain goes into alert mode. That's actually a survival mechanism. It's designed to help us respond to challenges.
Right, like imagine you're hiking and suddenly see a snake. Your body instantly shifts into survival gear. That's stress doing its job.
The trouble starts when that alert mode stays on for too long. Chronic stress is like leaving your car engine running all night. Eventually, it burns out.
But here's the good news. Short bursts of stress, like the pressure before an exam or a job interview, can actually sharpen your focus, boost your energy, and help you perform better. It's about balance, not elimination.
Think of stress like fire. In small doses, it warms you, fuels you, cooks your food. But out of control, it burns the house down. The key is learning how to manage it.
So let's get practical. What do you do when stress hits? First tool, pause and breathe. It sounds simple, but slowing your breath actually signals your nervous system to calm down.
Tool 2. Break it down. When everything feels overwhelming, write down the top 3 things you need to do. Not 20, not 10, just 3. Suddenly, the mountain looks more like a hill.
Tool 3, move your body. Stress gets trapped in your muscles. Even a 10-minute walk can release that tension.
Tool 4. Reframe it. Instead of saying, I'm stressed, try saying, I'm energized to handle this. Studies show that simply changing the language shifts your perception and your performance.
Tool 5, protect your recharge. Sleep, laughter, hobbies, time with friends, these aren't luxuries. They're part of stress management.
Tool 6. Limit inputs. Sometimes stress isn't from the work itself, but from the noise around it. Too many notifications, too much news, too much comparison. Turn the volume down on things you don't control.
Tool 7, create rituals. Morning routines, bedtime wind downs, even a 5-minute tea break can train your brain to shift gears.
Let's do a quick role play. Imagine you've got 3 deadlines due tomorrow, your phone's buzzing nonstop, and you feel your chest tighten. Old you says, panic, work faster. New you says,
Pause, breathe. Okay, let me write down the top 3 things I need to do tonight. The rest can wait till tomorrow. And then maybe I step outside for 5 minutes, reset, and come back with clearer focus.
exactly. The situation hasn't changed, but the way you respond makes all the difference.
Here's another scenario. You're stuck in traffic, running late. Old you, angry, tense, white-knuckling the steering wheel. New you accepts. I can't control the traffic, but I can control my response. Maybe I use this time to listen to an audiobook or call a friend.
I love that. Stress often comes from resisting reality. Once you accept it, half the weight lifts immediately. Here's a big shift. Stress doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means something matters to you. You're invested. You care.
Yes, and when you learn to channel that energy, stress becomes a tool, not a trap.
So the next time you feel your shoulders tense, instead of saying, ugh, I'm so stressed, try saying, okay, this matters. How can I use this energy wisely?
And remember, consistency beats intensity. Even small changes in how you manage stress compound over time.
Let's pause for a quick reflection. Think about the last time you felt stressed. What triggered it? How did your body respond? What story did you tell yourself about it?
Now imagine if in that exact moment you had taken 3 deep breaths and asked, what really matters right now? How might the outcome have changed?
Stress management isn't about removing challenges, it's about shifting your response.
All right, challenge time. For the next 7 days, when you feel stress rising, do 3 things. 1, pause and take 3 slow breaths. 2, write down your top 3 priorities. 3, move your body for at least 5 minutes. That's it.
And here's the bonus. Before bed, write down one thing you handled well that day, even if it was small. Celebrate your wins. That retrains your brain to see progress instead of pressure.
All right, friends, that's a wrap for today. Remember, stress isn't the enemy. It's an opportunity to grow stronger, clearer, and more intentional.
If this episode gave you some strategies you can use, hit that follow button, share it with a friend, and leave us a review. It helps us reach more amazing listeners like you.
Thanks for spending this time with us. Take a breath, take it one step at a time, and remember, you're stronger than your stress. See you next time.
See you next time.